And also, I want to dispel a couple rumors and give some updates regarding things going on with my new channels and Patreon and all of that, okay? It was pretty interesting, and I was very pleased with the amount, at least the amount of enjoyment that I got out of it, and people who watched the videos and watched the live streams got out of it. Was it like, oh my god, the best thing I've ever done, and the views were out of the ceiling? Of course not. I didn't think it would be. Hearthstone's a year-and-a-half old game, if not older, but it was something different, and it's cool because I think what's going to happen now is because I've played that game a little bit. When I have downtime from now and then, I can go back and play it and do a stream with everyone, interacting, and that was one of the big things about the Hearthstone gameplay I did this week, that I interacted directly with the stream chat all the time. Totally different from when I'm doing like a narrative story-based playthrough. This was so different, and I really learned a ton about the game just by talking with people in stream chat, and I had a ton of fun. So if you haven't yet checked out any of that stuff, you certainly should. Earlier this week, I did a special vlog right here on the King of Hate Vlogs, my reactions to the Captain America Civil War Trailer 2. This was the big trailer that revealed a lot more about the movie, including a new character debuting for sure, and you got to see this character for the first time. I'm not going to spoil here because obviously I want you to go and watch that video, so check that out if you haven't, okay? Tomorrow, Monday, I'll be returning to Street Fighter V, and it's going to be another weekly stream, which is awesome. I'm glad that I'm able to return to this game at least once a week. I'll forewarn everyone at this point, I don't think I'm going to do another weekly stream next week. The only reason I say that is because the new content for Street Fighter V is supposed to come out by the end of this month, including Alex, the release of the new character, plus it's supposed to be the Trials and Challenge mode, plus there's supposed to be online lobbies that are available and actually working, plus the tutorial mode. So if all that actually launches, right, I'm probably going to be doing a significant chunk of Street Fighter V gameplay by the end of the month, and therefore I don't want to keep doing stream, and then overload the channel with Street Fighter V. So tomorrow, March 14th, Monday, will be the last Street Fighter V kind of online play stream that I'm going to do, and then you won't see Street Fighter V again until the DLC and the expansion is released sometime this month.
You better take a sip. You fucking sleazy asshole.
So what am I planning on doing tomorrow? Well, obviously more online play, but unfortunately, and this is actually something I'm going to talk about tomorrow night, and I'll explain that in a moment. Since that first week of Street Fighter V, since they tweaked the netcode, even if you choose casual matches, about 90% of the time when you're trying to play Street Fighter V online, you get matched up with someone who is of higher skill level than you. In my case, I've been matched up with people who have like double the amount of points, triple the amount of matches put in, and who have these online strategies that are just like insanely safe block strings and shit that I'm not learning from when I play against them, because I'm just getting completely shut down. So if I try to play a new character or whatever, I don't even get to try anything, because it's just lockdown, 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 and the match is done quickly, and it's like, why did I bother playing? I can understand why you would want online matchmaking to be more difficult, because you're being challenged, you're challenging yourself to play better players. If you were playing your main characters who you're trying to focus on, and maybe you've been playing with for a while and you have valid strategies with them. But the inability to play the game online without constantly being pitted against people way higher skill level than you, especially when you're trying to learn new characters, baffles my fucking mind, and it almost eliminates half the reason why I like playing fighting games online. I like taking a new character and going online and messing around, and maybe not necessarily always facing a giant overpowered enemy who's been playing one character since the launch day of the fucking game and is going to destroy me in 50 seconds. It's really annoying. And so tomorrow, I honestly, even though people would say, try this character, I'm like, why would I bother? I'm going to lose almost instantly in 95% of the matches, and I'll learn nothing. It'll be literally a waste of 3.5 hours of gameplay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to play again with the characters that I feel a little bit comfortable with, including Ryu, Rashid, and maybe some more Zangief. There's a chance I may try a character like Chun-Li or something like that, but unfortunately, because of what they've done with the netcode of this game, my hands are tied. I don't have anyone to play with offline to try stuff with characters. I don't have endless hours to sit in training mode and program training dummies to play against. My time playing Street Fighter V is literally the once a week I sit down for a few hours to play online, period. That's the time I have for it. And Capcom apparently doesn't care about people who don't have a lot of time to play. They are catering once again to the hardcore fan base rather than the casual person who just wants to sit down and enjoy the game for a few hours a week. So I'm going to talk about all that. Let me explain. I'm going to do a 3.5 hour stream tomorrow of Street Fighter V. Tomorrow night, tomorrow evening, I'm going to make a new video. It's going to be for KOGaming. It's going to be edited, an edited style video, and it's going to be, after 1 month of Street Fighter V now being released, a retrospective on what I think about the game. What are my different thoughts now that it's the difference between only having the game for that first week versus playing it, you know, over the course of a month? What do I think about the balance of the characters? What do I think about the online matchmaking, the netcode, and all my thoughts about the game after a month? Because I'll be honest with you, some of my thoughts have changed, some of my thoughts are the same, and I think have a better big view picture of what the game is now that I've played it for a month, and I want to share that with you. Okay, so that's going to be tomorrow night. So gameplay on stream during the day. Tomorrow night, working on the special vlog, edited video for KOGaming, and that'll be released Monday night. On Saturday, there will be a new DSP Tries It this week. After, get this, ladies and gents, where do you hear this? 3 months, I've been looking for a particular product that I really wanted to try on DSP Tries It. 3 months, I've been looking for it. I finally found it this past weekend, and it's a perfect time to try this item. I'm not going to spoil what it is, but let me say it will be a very kind of interesting, original thing. I think you're going to like this DSP Tries It, so that's going to be this coming Saturday. In addition, I will be starting the Patron's Choice playthrough. It's going to start that next to last week of March, probably around the second half of the week, like Thursday, Friday, okay? The game, at this point, it's almost all but determined. It's going to be Persona 3. Okay, there's very little chance, unless there's a bunch of patrons who really didn't vote. I mean, the poll's been live for 2 weeks now. And they come out of nowhere and they start voting up and changing stuff. The game's leading by a big lead. So it looks like Persona 3 will be the Patron's Choice playthrough. I'll be playing it at least 2 sessions that next to last week of March, probably 2 more sessions the last week of March. In addition to that, I'll also be doing a marathon at the end of this month. It's actually, right now I'm tentatively setting it for March 31st, a Thursday. A 7-hour plus marathon, which is, it looks like, per the polling, which has been live now for a week, it looks like it's going to be the conclusion of Conker's Bad Fur Day HD, which I started back in late December. At this point, it's leading the poll. And the only thing that's, I believe, right behind it is Crash Bandicoot 3, but there's a big margin in the voting. So it looks like it's probably going to be the conclusion of Conker. That'll be the final day of March, unless, you know, there's a final, a last-minute change or an audible or whatever, which I'll let you know. But that's what I'm gearing towards right now. If there happens to be downtime, or I get burnt out playing what I'm playing, maybe I will do another stream of something like Hearthstone or something like that. Within the next week, I will have a new goal up for Patreon. I'll let you know what it is, and that goal obviously will be for funding for this month. If you want to check it out, right over here, patreon.com/darksidefilk. And now, before I finish the video, to dispel the ridiculous rumor that I heard this week, numerous people came to me and said, Phil, did you see on Twitter people are posting up evidence that your new channel, KOGaming, has been unpartnered with Machinima, and that's why you stopped doing hits of the week, and all this drama. What the fuck? And that's all I have to say. What the fuck? Why are people so gullible? I need to have an answer, finally. I need to have an answer on why people believe that shit that teenagers post up on Twitter that's completely unfounded and has little to no fucking evidence besides maybe a coincidental screen capture from some third-party service. Like, what the fuck? Let me tell you something about how YouTube works, because people are so, I guess, just, they're so ignorant. They don't understand it. When a channel is partnered, it's public knowledge. You can find it out. You don't need to go to a third-party website. In fact, if you just look at the source code for any page on YouTube, you can see if a channel is partnered or not. So all anyone needed to do was look at the source code for KOGaming, and they would have known, oh, it's still partnered with Machinima. It is still partnered with Machinima. I don't know where this unfounded nonsense comes from. And the fact that I get people coming to me, oh, you stopped doing this kind of video on that channel because it's not partnered anymore and you're not making money. Preposterous, because then I wouldn't make any videos for that channel, right? If I wasn't partnered anymore on KOGaming, why would I make any videos on that channel? It wouldn't make any fucking sense at all. So it's just complete nonsense from these fucking people. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. They're making shit up once again for the sake of drama. And I just wanted to let everyone know, no, there's nothing negative going on at all. Everything's fine right now. If something like that had happened, like let's say somehow I did lose partnership on one of my channels, I would tell you. I've always been transparent. I'm always upfront with stuff like that. There's no reason why I would ever hold something back like that. I would want you to know so that if I'm, okay, I'm going to do a review, I'm not doing it on KOGaming anymore, it's going to be over here, I would let you know. So don't listen to the silly drama. Don't be gullible, because that's what these kids want. They want attention by making shit, literally just making shit up, unsubstantiated, zero evidence of anything. They do it to try to get attention for themselves, right? And stir up the drama. Here I am all week. I'm playing games. I'm doing stuff, and then someone tweets me about it, and I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about. And then I get an email about it, and then I get 5 more tweets, and then the stream chat every day, 10, 15 people are coming and asking about it. I'm like, what is this bullshit? Why do people believe this? Why are you so gullible? Stop it. Stop being so gullible. The people who say shit like that are doing it to get your goat, to make you believe shit with no evidence whatsoever. Just because someone posted a screenshot of bullshit on Twitter doesn't mean it's legit, and it doesn't mean that it's evidence of anything. The only one who could tell you if a partner channel is partnered is me, from my own internal data from the channel, and from someone who knows how to read the source code of the page. But it's all public knowledge, and it's very silly that people are falling for this bullshit.
You better take a sip. You fucking sleazy asshole.
Take anything that you hear about me with a grain of salt. Chances are, even though there may be a grain of truth somewhere in there, 99% of the time, it's complete and utter bullshit. This is one of the cases where it is. So don't worry about KOGaming. It's not going anywhere. Quite simply, when it comes to hits of the week, I'll be very honest and upfront with everyone, because some people have been asking this question recently. Hits of the Week was a series that I did for 1 month straight. I worked 8 to 10 hours on that show every week. I'm not kidding you, because it would be the second half of a day, at least 2 days a week. One day I'd be gathering all the videos and looking for the greatest moments and trying to figure out how I was going to edit them together and getting music for it and, you know, all that stuff. And the next day I would sit down and I would actually edit all that stuff together and do it all. And quite honestly, Hits of the Week started here. The next week it went here. The next week it went here. And the next week it went here. And then I brought it back for Street Fighter V. And that didn't even perform half as good as some of the Hits of the Week videos that I'd done previously. The bottom line is this. Montages make sense if it's a long-form playthrough of a game where you don't have time to watch the whole playthrough and you want to see the highlights. But doing it once a week, just as a general video of the best stuff that happened, isn't paying off. If I'm going to be putting in anywhere from 1 to 2 days of 4 to 8 hours of work, and literally those videos were on average taking around 8 hours of work to put out, and people have lost interest in them, but would rather see game reviews, would rather see reaction videos, right? Vlogging. That's the stuff I'm going to focus on. It's business 101. I listen to what my customers are telling me through the viewership. They're saying, this is what we like, and that's what I'm going to do more of for you. So, understood. I heard loud and clear what people were saying. Hits of the Week was cool as an idea to start, but the interest fell off. People would rather see other stuff, and that's what I've been focusing on. I didn't just stop doing it for any weird reason, like because KOGaming wasn't partnered. That doesn't make any sense at all. It's nonsense. Don't believe that nonsense. Don't be gullible and buy into that shit. I will tell you if anything happens, all right? Right now, Hits of the Week is basically suspended, but there is potential that I will do montages for certain upcoming playthroughs. For example, games like Quantum Break, or Dark Souls 3, or Uncharted 4. Those are playthroughs that maybe people won't have time to watch the whole playthrough, but they are AAA releases, and people want to see the best moments of my playthrough. Then I might take the time to do an edited montage and put it up on KOGaming. But I'm not going to do it weekly when the interest isn't there, and the blatant results in black and white, the interest was not there, and that's why I stopped doing it. There you go. You got it from the horse's mouth, okay? That's it, everyone.